Welcome, everyone. I'd like to share a little bit about the Ohio Justice and Policy Center, who is tremendous on helping inmates out as well as their families. I'm going to read to you a little bit about what they are about, some of their staff members. It's led by a great person, a friend of mine, David Singleton. He is doing a great job with his mission and everything that's involved in it. But let's share a little bit about their history somewhat and their mission. Okay, the office, the Ohio Justice and Policy Center (OJPC) is a trailblazer. Our expert staff navigates through a complex and tangled criminal justice system to create pathways to resolutions for people, their families, and the communities. Remember, we are not leaving out the communities, neither of them. Um, their mission statement is to create the fair, intelligent, redemptive criminal justice system through zealous, client-centered advocacy, innovative policy reform, and cross-sector community education. I think that is really nice. I got to bring this up a little bit so that you can see. Okay. In 1997, Cincinnati civil rights attorney Alfonso Gernstein saw a problem. The prison population was in the middle of unprecedented and historic growth. People with few resources to obtain zealous legal representation, disproportionately black, were being locked up. An issue when they went through those prison gates, they faced overcrowded facilities, violence, and denial of basic human rights like medical care, and it was rarely impossible for them to get representation in court to protect or restore their basic human dignity. That I have to agree with. Al Gernstein wanted solutions for Ohio and a force to protect the people caught in the system. He created the Prison Reform Advocacy Center in Cincinnati, Ohio in 1997. In 2006, PRAC would expand its mission and be renamed the Ohio Justice and Policy Center, OJPC. Since our founding, OJPC has fought in federal court to protect the basic human rights and dignity of incarcerated people in Ohio. In 2002, David Singleton succeeded Al Gernstein as executive director. David brought with him a legal philosophy developed in his time as a public defender in Harlem, New York, and Washington, D.C. He has infused his values and work ethic into PRAC. Attorneys must serve the clients first and foremost. They must listen with compassion. They must fight zealously for their client. And as experience has taught him, they must write anyone off. They must never write anyone off. Under David Singleton's OJPC saw many of the people it represented in prison try to re-enter society after completing their sentences. Our clients hit barriers after barrier and were in effect being shut out of meaningful second chances. In 2004, OJPC established its second chance service for people with criminal records who was rebuilding their lives for themselves and their families. OJPC leads in serving the needs of people directly affected by the criminal justice system. We collaborate with individuals and organizations, including our organizing partners at the Ohio Organizing Collaborate, to develop public policy that spreads fair, intelligence, redemptive criminal justice through Ohio. And they have a small staff, but David Singleton leads it, and then they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 17 staff members with David that works for the same cause and helps out. They all have a special job that they do. Let's see. Okay, their board of directors, our distinguished leaders are Ellen Cooper, Reed Chair, Beth Silvers, Vice Chair, Dan Fales, Treasurer, Lewis Arnold, Senior, Reverend Sharon Dittmar, Sisters Sally Duffy, Dr. Nina Lewis, Carrie Martin, Reverend James or Jim Messinger, Dr. Wanda Spivey, Joseph Talmain, Michelle Young. Then, for those that would like to support Justice Policy Center, which we encourage, you could Google up their website just under Ohio Justice Policy Center, and it's got a section for donating. And then the contact information, you just go there, and then I'll actually read off their email, and it's all second letters, second chance at ohiojpc.org. Again, that is second chance at ohiojpc.org. To reach Beyond Guilt, email, you would go to beyondguilt.ohiojpc.org. For all general inquiries, you may email contact at ohiojusticepolicycenter.org. These are people that deserve our support. They do a lot of good work, and without donations, the work only can go so far. So if you're able to reach into your pocket and donate, even if it's $5, please donate and help this organization so that they can continue their work helping others, just as they have for so many years. And they were correct about how corrupt the system was back in the 90s and really how racist it was. And let me tell you a little story on what happened to us at Ross. I got to Ross in 1993, and at the time, that was when, they had two food lines, for chow hall. One was all black, one was all white. Shortly after that, Warden Edwards, who was the warden up at the time up there, said, we're going to change that. We're going to put one black person, one white person, one black person, one white person. Of course, nobody felt comfortable, so there was a lot of fights at first. But as the inmates started talking, as I would like to call them residents, but as they started talking, they became friends, and that no longer really bothered them. But then, the same problem happened when they forced each cellmate to be one black, one white. It shouldn't necessarily be that way. You want to cut down on the violence, and I'm not saying that, fighting is ever okay. It's not. But you have to, change the system slowly like that. When residents are so used to one way and then you automatically change it another way, they get confused. They don't really know what's happening. And this is partly what this group has done. They pray for all inmates. They don't care about race, gender, or religion. I've had quite a few people, and I remember in the 90s when this was run by Al Grunstein, when he first came out. but I remember David more so, um, because I wrote him several letters when I was at Marion. I was at Marion, I think, my last 10, 15 years, and David always wrote back, and in one of his letters, he said, hang in there, and I did, and I ended up going home. I maxed out though, but I never reoffended. I had some good people to look up to, and we just cannot forget those positive influences in our life and the positive groups that are fighting for those. And like I said, I gave you the emails for Justin Policy Center. Please help them financially. If you need to reach us at Change Starts with us, or Change Starts with us, it's at Change Begins With Us for sure at gmail.com. Change Begins With Us for sure at gmail.com. And our phone number is 614 404 4924. 614 404 4924. And there should be a phone number on here as well for Justice and Policy Center, but I don't see the phone number. But I'm sure there is one somewhere. But either way, you could email them and get the assistance you need there, or get the information on making a donation. Everyone, have a great and super Friday.